Welcome to the Huddle Podcast. It is September 9th, Tuesday at 11:07 time of recording. And ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. Football season is here.
Oh, thank the Lord.
So
yeah, there's nothing else you can say.
Yeah. And we had a fun week one. Some of us did. So the show went 2-1. 2-1 this show went. I say we for sure need to talk about our teams. Carson, let's get you out of the way quick here, buddy. Carson is a Houston Texans fan.
All right. I was more optimistic than most people when it came to their offensive line. I will now jump into the other category with everybody else because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Their line is bullshit. 4 sacks. Stroud has ran over 30 yards in his first two seasons twice. Okay? That's it. In 32 other games, he's ran twice over 30 yards. And then this one he gets sacked 4 times. I mean, you watch the game, it looks like he's pressured every play. I don't like to use that as an excuse to take away from Stroud because he didn't play a great game either. They got to finish drives, but you can't score.
That's fucked up.
You can't score 9 points all game, none in the second half, and expect to win a football game. The defense did its job. You're going up against Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford. They have 3 sacks. They have a turnover, a crucial turnover too. They could have taken that game in the end. And it just sucks that we have such a good defense and the offense can't get a pass off. It's just horrible. They got to fix that fast because that team can be really good, like contend with the tops, but it's below right now, and it's literally because of one position group, the offensive line.
Yeah, that's
group, brother.
That's one of those games though that you look back in December, like late December, January, and if you guys are on the verge of like that could cost you the playoffs this year. It could, because your division didn't look as shitty as I thought it would have.
No, not at all.
And it's week one, so this is all overreaction. Like, who knows? And that's what everyone does in week one, though. It's overreaction. We have one sample size. I think the other issue that Houston has is, like, who is their running back? Because Nick Chubb is just not it. He had 13 rushes for 60 yards. He averaged 4.6, but...
Well, get in that line, right? Behind that line, you have to have someone elite behind that line if you want anything.
And to be honest with you, they don't, because what are we getting after like, what are you going to get from Mixon when he comes back? If he comes back, we don't even know.
Yeah.
So I think the Rams definitely didn't look good either.
They didn't. They looked like shit. Like we should have. That should have been an easy win, and it's finishing drives too. Like you can't have. It's kind of a bittersweet for me because I have Fairbairn in fantasy, so I was really loving the first half. But it's also like, you know, they score 3 touchdowns. It's 21-14. Different game. So it's just frustrating when I feel like Stroud is better than he's looked the last 2 years. I mean, we've seen his rookie year and how that went. You know, I'm really hoping that it's not a consistent, you know, down climb fall. I mean, and he doesn't lose confidence because.
Listen to these stats for your defense, though. Like, Kyron Williams, 18 rushes for 66 yards. That's huge. You completely bottled him up. Then you got Nacua, 10 for 130. That's a fantastic day for your defense. And then Devontae Adams, 4 for 51. Like, that's not – you didn't really get burnt at all. Like you said, your defense is unreal. You bottled everyone up on a pretty good offensive Rams team. But at the same time, it's like everywhere else on the offense is just like, oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Nico had 4 targets and 1 catch. Like, that's ridiculous. That can't happen.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a top
is
5
something.
receiver in the league. There's no reason that the guy's not getting the ball 10 plus times a
wouldn't
game.
go that far.
10 times a
But-
game?
No, I don't think he's a top 5 receiver. But
You
that's
wouldn't put him
for-
top 5?
No.
I think he's in the conversation. Okay,
He's
wait.
in the conversation.
Little
that's not
side.
the point.
Yeah, that's we're not that's off-season talk.
No, but like, yeah, having a line play that poorly. CJ also didn't play well, but having a line play that poorly, that affects his progressions. Him and Nico have to get on the same page because I feel like they were not obviously they weren't connecting. He had the 1 catch. Like, it was a tough look out there. It was a defensive game all around for both teams, really.
I took the under in this game before, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like, I mean, that was just felt like an under game, and it was, so.
And yeah, I mean, like you said, Puka had 130 yards, but realistically, it came from 2 drives. Like, the Rams had 2 drives all game.
Yeah,
That actually amounted to anything. Obviously, 14 points.
I do have to admit, this is one of those games, though, where, like, I check up on it, but it was not on any TV. Like, it wasn't getting its own TV. It was a checkup game.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a very good game offensively.
No, it was not. It was not entertaining at all.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
I would also like to state before we even go on with anything else. You mentioned it a second ago, Jake, but like this is everybody who watches football, plays football. It's week 1.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
is week 1. With anything that we talk about, it can't be a defining thing. You know, we can't say something is defined. So I still believe that they can turn it around. Obviously, it's week 1, but it's not a great start for sure. That's all I'll say.
I mean, and you did play you played a good Rams team. It's not like you guys
Yeah,
went out and
yeah.
played a bum team. The Rams are favorites to win that division. They have a great defense, as we saw. Matthew Stafford looked healthy.
He did.
I honestly
Yeah.
like that. I think that was their biggest worry coming into the season for the Rams was can Matthew Stafford play 17 games without getting crippled? He came in and he looked strong.
Well,
Like he did. He had a big arm.
it's only 1/17 of the way there, though. So
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Let's move on to Aiden, your game. Sorry, I'm not going in order here just because I don't know how much time everyone has, so I want to definitely get through our games and then we will jump to the
Some
rest
other
of the
stuff.
week. Cincy had what felt like an easy week 1, but they did not make it look like an easy week 1. Holy cow. 17-16, it's in division, so it's always a muck up with these teams, but you just got to think the Bengals should be light years better than the Browns, and they did not show it.
You know what? I have a pretty optimistic take on this game. I went into it like dead ass expecting to lose because we do every week 1.
I
And
think
we always play Cleveland
1-9.
horribly. Yeah.
1-7.
I think your head coaches was before this game 1 for 10 or 1 for 11, something like that. Like he was
It's
in
terrible.
games 1 and 2 of the season.
I mean, what I liked about this game was instead of winning, like if we won 40-39, I would feel a lot worse about this game than winning 17-16 because it showed the fact that the defense can do something. The defense shut down Cleveland for over half the game. It felt good. We had high pressure rates.
Flacco had 290 yards, dude.
We had 2 picks, 2 great picks, athletic picks. They had pressures almost every other play. Like it felt better than the alternative of them putting up 39 points and us putting up 40. Because I mean, it's Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. We
I
know
think
they're
it's
going
a
to
little
click.
bit concerning.
No, we know they're going to click. They've done it year in and year out. So for the
For sure.
defense to have to step up to win the game, and them actually doing, because they were put in the position last year a lot to step up and win the game, and it didn't happen a single time. So for them to be able to do it week one, yeah, it's squeaky, it's greasy, it was grimy,
It
but
shouldn't
they
have
did
been.
it exactly.
Well,
Okay,
But
yeah.
Aiden,
I
I just got a question for you. Okay, well, two, I guess. First of all, would you not say that was the worst game of Burrow's career?
yeah, probably.
113 yards and a touchdown on like 60%, 59% completion percentage.
Oh no, for sure.
Like that is not a
It was
good. That's a horrible game.
the thing is, I'm not. I know, but like, it's not like I'm talking about Geno Smith. I'm not worried about this guy for the next 16 games. It's Joe Burrow. He'll find his footing. He'll light it up. It's not
I
like
just I just don't like the only saving grace I think that your team has, looking slow and not good. Like, nobody looked good on the offense the other day. Chase Brown, I know
had
that
21.
21
Yeah.
rushes for 43 yards. That is abysmal.
Oh.
And I know that defensive line is good, but holy shit, that was bad.
no, yeah, terrible offensive performance from a team that should have a top 3 offense. Agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
But coming out slow, honestly, just getting the win just feels good. Week one, because it's been a long time since I've seen that.
I guess maybe me and Carson are just looking at it a little bit differently.
I guess my question, like my other question that I was going to ask, that like kind of puts our perspectives together, I guess, is would you rather have this turnout of a game where they win by 1 point against a top or a bottom 3 team in the league right now, or would you rather have them lose by like a 6 points, let's say, but Burrow has like a 290 yards, like Flacco, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick? Like, what would you rather have?
No, I mean, you always take the win. If you can put a W in the cat, like, I mean, 1 win would put us in playoffs last year. So obviously, you take the win. I do think it is frustrating, especially like I think this is Zach Taylor's make it or break it year. If this team doesn't make playoffs, he's gone. He has to be.
Both our coaches are on the hot seat.
Between the play calling and the time management, it was we used 3 timeouts just to not get delay of game penalties because he couldn't call a play. Like Joe Burrow kept looking at the sideline like he was about to strangle somebody. So I think Zach Taylor's definitely in the hot seat. The play calling in the second half to try to burn out the clock, dude. We were trying to run Chase Brown up the middle, which wasn't working all game, 3 times in a row.
Hey, he's 5'2".
Yeah, I don't understand the play calling. Yeah, Joe wasn't lighting up the field with Chase and T. They were both locked down. Use Yoshi in the middle. Like, I didn't understand why we didn't try to take the center of the field, because that would have been the best opportunity to make plays, because that's where Cleveland on defense is the weakest, is in the middle of the field, because they have 2 great outside corners and they have a good defensive line. So quick, short throws to the middle makes sense to me, not to Zach Taylor.
I agree with that. I would also say that this could it is better that they got a win. I mean, if you look at since Joe Burrow's got there, they're 1-7 through the first week, and the last time that they won, the only win that they have, the only other win that they have in week 1, they went to the Super Bowl. So I mean, it's definitely better that they win. You know, and like you said, last year they were 1 win, that Patriots game away from making the playoffs, and then who knows from there, right? So, you know, that's one thing, and then on top of it, I would say that this could be a sign of maybe how good the Browns defense is, because they don't have I don't know, I don't think that I would agree that they're bottom 5 in the league, but they're not like a horrible roster by any means.
I
Especially the
mean,
defense. The defense is solid.
we've seen
So
this
I mean,
defense shut down us. We've seen them shut down the Ravens. Like the defense is good. Uh, our defense allowing 290 yards is not great, but when it counted, when they had to make the play to stop them, they did, which did not happen at all last year. I did enjoy watching the rookies this year. Uh, Knight, our linebacker, he looked good. I think he had 10 solo tackles and like a pass deflection. Like that was nice. It was just nice to see anything happen on defense, or it wasn't just another team marching down the field and scoring every possession.
You played Joe Flacco in week 1.
Yeah, but the thing is he has a starting job for a reason. Like he is still a top 32 quarterback, whether we like it or not. So just for the defense to do something, it feels good.
All right, yeah, sure. I would be a lot more down if I were you.
No, a win's a win, brother.
Dude, you should have. A good team walks into Cleveland and pummels them. You looked unprepared. Again. You didn't deserve.
I agree.
Uh,
We didn't deserve to win. There was missed kicks.
And we're going to get into my team in a second, but
Sometimes
I don't
the ball
know.
just bounces your way. And we
I
needed
guess
that.
so. Yeah, I guess so. You're sure. Alrighty.
all right, Jake, take it away. It's your team.
Okay, so the Bills somehow managed to squeak that one out. I mean, I did not think that was. I'm very happy. You caught me at a mood where the win has kind of digested. So the glowing rave I would have given yesterday is not the same glowing rave I give today.
You're not jumping in your dad's arms today.
No, not today, because it's still the defense is a problem. Like Derrick Henry got whatever he wanted on the run. He ate. Zay Flowers being that open, like you have to pick one. It's either you're stopping the run or you're letting them run the ball down your throat and Zay Flowers is shut down. You didn't do either. I don't think Zay Flowers is he is a good receiver. I don't consider him a serious game breaker. I don't think that's what Zay Flowers does. Lamar Jackson at will could run too. So again, the defense is overall disappointment. Josh Allen is the heart and soul of this team. They would not be a good team without Josh Allen. And once again, Mr. MVP has to put on the Superman cape and win them the game. He won them the game. He had 251 passing yards in the fourth quarter alone. That's more than 21 QBs had in their entire game, and it might be 23. I don't know what.
It was more than JJ and.
Okay, so that's 23. Then 23 in the fourth quarter alone. He had a masterclass. The odds of Derrick Henry fumbling are like 1 in 100. Derrick Henry never fumbles that ball, but it just so happened that he did. And all of a sudden, in the last snap, they stopped the run somehow. I'm like, listen, Josh looks fantastic. Keon Coleman had a great game.
Great game.
The play calling on the offense, I think, was abysmal. You have one of the best throwers in the league and rushers, and I didn't think you did either very well to start the game. The defense looked like garbage. They looked a little bit slow and sluggish. I am happy they won, and that is a tough week 1 opponent. Like, the Ravens are good, man. So that's why I think I'm a little bit more I feel higher about a tight game with the Ravens than I would a tight game with a shitty team. But again, you got to get this guy some help, man. Josh Allen cannot do this every week. And somehow he manages to do it every week. But Sean McDermott, for being he is a Josh Allen merchant. And if you're a Bills fan and you disagree with that and you think Sean McDermott was not an issue yesterday, like the defense was not an issue yesterday, you don't watch football games properly. Like I mean, it was 40 points rung on your head after the defense was an issue in the playoffs last year, and every year the defense is an issue. And all the Bills did, their first like 7 picks all year were defense, 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 defense. The Bills' biggest free agent signings were Joey Bosa, defense. Like you listen, I think Shakir is a great receiver, and I really hope Keon Coleman pans out. He looked great today, but you got to go get this guy a true number one if Keon Coleman doesn't pan out. I don't know. Very happy we won, and it is week 1, but like that is abysmal performance from your defense. And the Ravens did up. They more so lost. They lost the game, and the fact that they didn't go for it on 4th and 2 when you could run the ball down the Bills' throat. They were all game. It was open, and Lamar can get out of the pocket, and it seemed like Zay Flowers could do what he want in the second half there. I think that's a bad coaching decision by Harbaugh. I think the Ravens looked like how they looked, like they lost that game like it was a playoff game. That's a Ravens playoff game loss. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think yeah. I mean, I think the Bills were burnt toast, and Allen was the butter knife scraping off the black of the. Like it was not good. Their defense was torching them. It's funny comparing the Bengals win and the Bills win because they're both 1 point 1 point wins, and like obviously you're more excited about the Bills, but I think Sean McDermott should be gone already. I think he should have been fired already. I think that he needs to go. I think when you I don't know, nobody thinks that the Bills aren't going to make the playoffs every single year as long as Josh Allen's there. They're always going to be in the playoffs. They're always going to be in the mix. And their one thing is getting over the hump with the Chiefs. And maybe that's not a problem this year. We'll talk about that in a second, I'm sure. But, if it is again, you have to go into the playoffs at this point with something like big mentally to think that you can win that game. If you go in with Sean McDermott again and you have a great defense throughout the regular season and then you're shit in the playoffs against Mahomes every single they have to at some point be like, okay, we're going to get rid of McDermott. That way when we go into the playoffs this year, because we're going to make it every single year that we have Josh Allen, at least we can be like, okay, this time it can be different because we have a new play caller or a new defensive coordinator or whatever it is. Like, it's not good. It's not good. Obviously, the Ravens are probably going to be the best offense in the league this year, if not top 3, So it's obviously there's going to be games where they're going to be putting up 30 plus easily, regardless of who the defense is. But for week 1, a guy who's a defensive-minded head coach who's been there for that many years and only brought his team to the championship games consistently, they got to get rid of the guy. They got to get rid of the guy before it's too late. You're wasting
I will
Josh
say,
Allen's prime.
100%. I will say, I do want to point out Ed Oliver had an unreal game. He was a monster there, but again, I think you put any other quarterback in, and I'm not saying that like Lamar, Mahomes, and Burrow and those guys aren't great. I don't think any other of those other quarterbacks would win that game. Like, that's a Josh Allen win game. I'm a homer. I'm going to say Josh Allen is the best quarterback. That proves Josh Allen is the best quarterback. And the Bills, I genuinely think, they'd be a 7-6 win team without him. Like, even if you throw Dak in there instead, Dak's not winning that. Like, an average quarterback. I don't.
they would have got
I
creamed
don't
yesterday.
think the Bills would be. I don't think the Bills would be a consistent playoff team with another quarterback.
Aiden, you got
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys said pretty much everything there is to say about this game. I mean, I have written down like this. It could be the game of the year in week 1 already. Like,
yeah,
just
Yeah,
entertainment value alone was unreal,
ridiculous.
unmatched. Uh, Everyone loves a comeback story. I love seeing Baltimore lose, so that was great.
Kim
Um,
K.
I do agree with what you said about the defense, especially having a defensive head coach. And it's like you do have to pick one. Like having Derrick Henry have 170 yards on you and Zay Flowers almost doing the same is kind of crazy. You can't you can't be letting both happen. I feel like, but it's also week 1. Like this Bills defense is supposed to be good. They're supposed to be good this year, and I think they will be. I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll mesh. It's just a lot of new guys on a team that haven't played together yet.
But again, Aiden, the whole story of the offense was not, or of the offseason was not us going and getting a huge wide receiver, running back, tight end, bolstering the offensive line. It was the defense. And in the early weeks, the defenses have the advantage. So the defenses should look better. Yeah, we won. So boo-hoo to the guy who won a game. Like, sorry. But I do have concerns with my team. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
understand
said it
that. I do
earlier.
think the defense. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say real quick, like Jake, you said it earlier that obviously the Bills won, but the Ravens did what they always do, and they beat themselves in that game.
100%. Derrick Henry doesn't fumble that ball. They win,
I just
I
looked it
think.
up. He fumbles once in every 122 carries.
Yeah. See what I mean? He never
For his
does
career,
that.
so.
They somehow get a first down there. I think the Ravens win. They go for it on 4th and 2 when they looked unstoppable. They win. Like,
Yeah, I think that
it's
was
not
by far
Sean
the biggest
McDermott
mistake.
100%. And it's not Sean McDermott won them anything. Josh Allen did win, like he went out there and won them the game,
Yeah,
but he had the opportunity to win it because the Ravens
Allowed him back in the game.
Harbaugh's, yeah, like they let him.
well, even
You
at the end there, not letting. I think it was James Cook. He not letting him score before Josh Allen had his last touchdown. Not letting him score with like 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. Like I think that's a mistake. You let
Yep.
that guy go in the end zone, you get the ball back.
Yeah, and again, you have one of the best offensive lines. I think we can safely say Derrick Henry or Saquon, best running backs in the game right now still, which is insane.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry is a beast.
Yeah.
he's
Uh
unbreakable.
yeah, you win that game and you have Lamar Jackson who's a running quarterback first. So yeah, I think we've covered all the bases on the Bills here. I think we can move on. We'll go in order of operations here. We'll start with the Thursday. I say we give a couple quick points and then we keep her moving.
Yeah,
We got the
Yeah.
Cowboys at the Eagles, 24-20, and Cowboys kind of surprised me. They definitely, I think, could have won that game.
yeah, they kept up despite Dak not playing very well.
I thought Dak actually had a good game. I thought their issue was like CeeDee Lamb should be catching those balls.
Yeah, he had some big
Oh,
drops at
boy.
the end that took him out
He
of
had
the
some
game. That
very
was
big ones.
brutal to watch,
Yeah,
especially after lighting it up in the first half. Like it's surprising to see someone who is cemented as a top 5 receiver drop a couple of those last 3 balls. Like you can't be doing that.
yeah, agreed. And I mean, the Eagles had a fine game. I wouldn't I'd say AJ Brown. Like, what are we doing? Like, you got to get that guy the ball more. But they these in division games are tough in week 1, man. Like, they are such muck up games. It
Yeah,
was it was a treat that this game was close.
yeah, it was. And watching them play without Parsons, it honestly didn't look like they really missed him out there. Like their defense was pretty good against the run. I think Saquon had 60 yards, which like the guy averaged like 100 yards last year. So
Yeah,
they
Saquon had 18 rushes for 60 yards, which is they bottled them up.
they balled him up. Like and like you said, AJ Brown had 1 catch for 8 yards. Devonta Smith, I think, had 3 for 16. I think Goddard was the only one that semi ate.
7 for 44 Goddard had receiving.
Like the Dallas defense didn't look terrible against the Super Bowl champs, especially going into it thinking I was thinking Dallas is about to get their ass whooped.
So did I. And I also think that, like, I mean, I think that the Eagles only got better.
Yeah.
Maybe not their secondary, but everything else, like, I mean, this could be a completely different game if what's his name doesn't spit on Dak. And
Very true. That is a lot of pressure applied. That's uh you know, the offensive line has to adjust for him. But I mean, how about this? How about the spit? How do you guys feel about the spit?
you can't hawk a loogie right on a guy, man.
Yeah,
And I know that
No.
he spat towards him, but like you're important.
yeah,
And he's not a
And the
rookie.
guy's
He's not like
The guy's the highest paid. The guy's the highest paid. He's got the Walter Payton Man of the Year fucking logo on his chest. Highest
Yeah.
paid guy in the league. He's quarterback of like the biggest team in all of sports. And you're it's
Yeah.
before the game even starts. You're getting ejected.
Yep.
Like it's just no, it's not a good look. I like
it's stupid. And
in outside of a football world, it's like not that crazy of a thing, but on TV
no,
for
it's
millions of
assault.
people to see.
yeah. I was gonna say what?
Spitting on someone is assault.
Yeah, but I'm
Who are you
saying like if
spitting
it's
on,
an
though?
argument situation, I'm not spitting on it. Well, no, I'm not. Spitting
Yeah,
on
I
it.
guess. I just like all right.
All right.
I think we could sit
Oh,
here
boy.
and debate the spit all we want, but this is
fucked up.
fucking. Yeah, he fucked up, and he's lucky he's not
He
suspended.
did.
Yeah.
Now, watching the tape back, what Dak did was definitely on the border, and I see a little bit reasonably more why he did it, but like
On him though.
I'm more so surprised nobody went out. Like, he just spit on your quarterback.
Yeah. No one rushed him at all. Dax just kind of threw his hands up like, what the heck? That was it.
And that was like an oyster. Like, if you were
Yeah.
gonna spit on a guy, that was the one.
Yeah. That was the one.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't have much more to say on this game. I don't know if either of you two do.
The only other thing I have is Javonte Williams looked okay.
Yeah,
He looked
Yep.
okay.
coming from the Broncos, yeah, where he didn't look fantastic. So let's move on to one of my favorite games of the week, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil.
Yes.
Take it away, boys.
This was
Remember
wonderful.
when I said
I think all of us could cheer a little bit, especially all being in the AFC, watching this KC team lose. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Week 1, it never happened. They were undefeated for such a long time last year. Almost went the whole season, and to watch them lose week 1 against Justin Herbert, who, he's been taking some shots in the media after last year's playoff loss. It was fun to see. And he played a lights out game too.
Yep, he looked great. I just have to share this. This is my skadoosh of the week, boys.
They just run double crossers. And Travis Kelce gets
Fucking blown up,
jammed.
man.
James right into Xavier Woods.
Fucking lit up. Oh my god, as a Bills fan, that was nice to see.
Yeah,
As a guy who was Xavier Worthy in fantasy in his starting lineup, it was not great to see. But
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways,
I don't know. This game ties me back to the like week. It's week one. I don't want to overreact to anything. With that being said, did KC look good?
Chiefs fucking suck.
Definitely not. But I mean, we're always going to judge Mahomes on a harder curve than everybody else because he has been super good. Like, that was a shit game for Mahomes. He still had 258 yards and a touchdown, no turnovers, and 2 unbelievable highlight plays.
Yeah.
And they almost had a chance to come back in that game at the end. If they stop that 3rd and 14 and Chris Jones doesn't try to be Mr. Superman, they stop him there, then they get the ball back, and I'm sure nobody's counting Mahomes out with the amount of time that would have been left on the clock, down to 6. So I don't know. Herbert played a great game too. There's a lot to say about Herbert. I still think he's overrated for right now. I'm happy for him that he had the game that he did. I do think that he's a good talent. I would like to see him do good this year, but it's still hard for me to judge that yet because I don't think the Chiefs are that good of a team. I think it's the Bills scenario. Like the Bills are obviously run by Allen, like you said. If Allen was not there, they would be absolute crap. The Chiefs without Mahomes would be a bottom 5 team right now. The way that their roster looks, the way that they look when they play, they can't even air out the ball because the inside of their line is absolute dog crap. Mahomes is getting pressured all the time as well. They have no true receivers, I wouldn't say. They have 2 number 2s or 3 number 2s, I guess, if that's what you want to call them. And one of them's suspended right now. Travis Kelce looks like he needs not only a wedding suit, but a casket suit because he's 97 years old. And then, Mahomes has all these, the whole team, I guess, has all these super long seasons because they're always making it to the AFC Championship game. So,
excuse me.
I don't know. I just think that I wouldn't go too crazy on that game. It's a 6-point game, week 1.
I will say though, like this is the most human the Chiefs have looked in a long time. Like,
yeah,
they didn't get bailed out this week, man. And I thought the refs did a great job of, like, this was one of the first weeks where I was like, okay, the Chiefs just lost and they didn't get a handout. So it was nice. Yeah. Let's move on to Lions versus Packers. The Packers looked really good, and the Lions' play calling was abysmal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It felt like they rushed Gibbs way too much. It should have been Montgomery at the start. The offensive play calling was terrible. I think the defensive play calling was terrible. Their defensive line did not look good. Jordan Love had all the time in the world to throw the ball. And I don't think Micah Parsons really made a big splash, but if he was going to do it, I didn't think it would be against the Lions anyways. Jordan Love looked really good, I thought. That's kind of really where I'm at. I'm still kind of iffy on their receivers, not in the fact that I think any of them played bad. It's just they're a widespread team. Like, they hit, I think, let me see here. They got receiver. Yeah, they just have a bunch everywhere. So
I, I'm huge on the Packers now. I'm watching that offensive line do what they did against the Lions' defensive line. I was super impressed. Uh, Jordan Love looked a lot more calm than I expected him to. Usually, I feel like he throws off his back foot a lot. A lot of accurate balls. He threw his first 8 balls were to 8 different receivers.
Yeah.
Like, when does that happen? So, like you said, they spread the ball crazy. Um, Josh Jacobs didn't look great to start the game. Second half, he found some footing. He kept
Yeah.
the clock going down. Like, that was impressive. He finally got into the end zone. That defense, they shut the Lions down. The play calling was iffy for the Lions, but like
Iffy
with
is an
all those
understatement. Like
with all
they
those
did
weapons
not.
though, like they shut them down. I think Parsons came in and immediately had an impact. Every time he was on the field, there was pressure getting to Goff
He
every
he.
snap.
Here's my only thing I will say about it is like I could tell immediately when it was going to be a run and when it was going to be a throw, and the Lions would run up with Gibbs, and then it was like, okay, it's third down, and it's eight. It's the like you still need 8 yards, so here comes Parsons for the third down. It felt way too. They were predictable. You can say like Parsons got a sack at the end there in garbage time. I didn't think he was an absolute game wrecker,
I think
but
I think middle of the game he had. I mean, with him being on the field, they had a lot more pressure on the quarterback. He was on for second, third downs. He wasn't on for first down. I don't think the entire game.
mhm,
But I think they got a lot of pressure. They got into Goff's head. He had a bad turnover.
yeah,
Few pass deflections. Like I do think the Packers looked really. They just look clean against
I
a
think
team
so
that was
too.
really
Yeah,
good last year. Like there was
they
not mistakes, which was
yeah they look like Super Bowl contenders, man.
yeah. And I'm sure we've been saying this whole time. It's week 1. I'm sure the Lions will find some footing. The OC is going to have to get used to this team. They have
Yeah,
insane weapons, a great offensive line. But even it wasn't even Parsons. I'm trying to remember. It was another defensive lineman on the Packers. Like he was putting in work against Sewell.
yeah. I know. I'm blanking on the name. Lucas would be very upset with us right now.
I know,
Um,
but he had some good pressures. Um,
is it Cooper?
I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. The Packers looked good. They really did. They played mistake-free football. They shut down a good team. Like that. That's an
Yeah,
exciting win if you're a Packers fan.
yeah. You got to be pretty pumped for this season if you're a Packers fan. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Noah. Carson, any thoughts on this game?
I, I agree with pretty much all that you guys are saying. Like, I'm not looking at the Lions losing as big of a deal as I am looking at like the Packers win. I think the Packers winning in that way is more impressive. But I still think we've said it 300 times. But like by week 3, I think you know where a team is headed. Like for example, teams that start 0-3, only 6 have made the playoffs since like 1979. Only 6 teams have made the playoffs after starting 0-3. So usually, if a team is a specific way, you know where they're headed. I think that it's hard to judge the Lions right now. I mean, is there going to be another game this season where Gibbs rushes under 20 yards on 9 carries? Like that's crazy. 19 yards on 9
If
carries
they're
for Gibbs is ridiculous.
if
Yeah.
they're that predictable, though, it's a possibility. Like that, you, the the Lions' tone setter is David Montgomery, a smash mouth up the middle, and then throwing Gibbs there for a huge chunk run. I say we just move on.
I
Uh,
do want to say one more
the,
thing. Because this relates to what you just said. How predictable they were. Their best play was a play action to JMO, on the outside. I think it was about 26 yards, something like that.
Mhm.
It was play action to Gibbs. I think it was a fake pitch to Gibbs. Goff turned around. They just, yeah, like you said, they need more of that. They need more of what they were last year, which who knows if they can recreate it without Ben Johnson.
I think they can. I just like,
I think so too.
yeah, week
With
one.
weapons like that,
My biggest takeaway again, like we've all said, is the Packers look really good. Like
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If I'm a Packers fan, I am definitely thinking soupy after that win because that was a dominant win.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta, 23-20. Young Ho Koo misses the kick to tie it. I don't have too many opinions on this game. I think again, early against your divisional rival. I think both of these teams by the end of the year we're going to be saying it's one or the other. Pushing for playoffs. I don't think it's both making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Ikbuka is going to be a stud though, man. Like
It's going to be beautiful.
if you're
Yeah.
I love that kid. I think he's a monster and I know he has Chris Godwin's job right now.
He's gonna
He
take
might
Mike
just
Evans.
keep it. Yeah. I think so too, man.
He will.
So
Yeah.
their offense is going to be good this year.
Yeah, I didn't watch too much of that game. I watched the start and the end. Like it's I don't know. It's crazy the difference how Baker played. Like start of the game, Baker was super slow, didn't look great. Kind of had some overthrows, some underthrows. He didn't look great. You put that guy in a 2-minute drill, and he looks like a machine, dude.
Yeah.
Like they should just play the whole game like it's 2 minutes left on the clock because holy shit, does he ball out? I love Baker. I'm so happy he's not in my division, so I can say that now. Like Baker's a beast, dude.
Me too.
Yeah, he is.
How do you guys feel about Penix?
It's good.
I think he's going to be good. I think
he found
give him
Kyle
some.
Pitts. Breakout, yeah.
No, Pitts did look good.
He did. He did. He did. After
I'm
all the
excited. He's on my
memeage.
fantasy team. Only took 5 years.
Carson, how did you feel about this game, though?
I think it was good. I like. I don't know. It's hard to judge because I like the Falcons, but my dad's a Bucs fan, obviously, so I don't want to root for the Falcons. But I do like Penix. I think that he's going to be good. I think he played a solid game. They're going to overtime if Koo makes that kick. But I don't have a lot on this to say about this game. It was a pretty standard Week 1 game.
Yeah.
Yep, in division for sure. A surprising game, Steelers at the Jets. The Steelers win at 34-32. Rodgers with 4 passing touchdowns. I don't think anyone saw that one coming. And Justin Fields, I think, looked good as well. Take it away here, boys. I didn't watch this game too closely until the end. So
this is the only other game that I really watched besides the Bengals and Packers that were all on at the same time. What a fun game, dude! Like both these teams have a chance to get into the playoffs this year. I think the Jets, it's a little slipperier. I can see them losing a lot of tight games like this. Fields looks good. The thing is, can he play like that consistently? Is the question.
Yeah.
But for him to go up against the defense that, has been good for this long, he's going to, especially after going out to get Jalen Ramsey, they did ball out. And Jalen Ramsey had some big-ass hits, dude.
He nailed Garrett Wilson at the end of that game. Holy shit.
Yeah, Brees Hall looked good.
Yeah.
That was good. Bro, Aaron Rodgers is the best QB this team has had since Big Ben was healthy. Which isn't saying much because the Steelers have had absolute dog shit sticking to a wall for a long time. but he looked good. He finally had a line in front of him. He looked 65% of the Aaron Rodgers we used to know.
Mm-hmm.
He got sacked
4
4 times.
He's slow. He's 95, dude.
Yeah, but that's a lot of sacks for a guy who's like behind a good line.
Well, 2 of them were his fault. Trying to extend plays. I have no excuse for the other 2. I only want to defend the Steelers. But he played very well.
Yeah, this
He did.
is also these two teams, them playing each other week 1 is like perfect for both fan bases because the Steelers can be like we're 1-0 and we beat a Jets team that looks good, and the Jets can be like we lost by 2 points to a Steeler team that looks really good. These teams could be ass, and they
True.
just we're stinky. Like we're good against
King in
each other's
week
stink.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, like. But again, it was arguably the second best game of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it definitely
think-
was for storyline alone.
Yeah,
This is going to listen to our next game because I couldn't wait to bring up this point. I was thinking about that at work today.
I gotta say
But
some
we flash
stuff
back to. Sorry, go ahead. Yes.
on this. Oh, well, we can go in a sec, but I just want to know what you guys think of Rodgers. Like, is this team playoff worthy after seeing that? Like, that is the best Rodgers
Perfect.
game we've seen in 3 years.
I want to say this because I was thinking about this at work today. Flashback to like 4 pods ago. Y'all were saying I'd take Russell Wilson over Rodgers any day. Rodgers just had a better
still
game
would.
than we've seen for Russ in a decade. In a decade, dude. Russ hasn't had a game like this in 10 years. Russ, did you watch the Giants game at all?
yeah.
Russ is out of a job. He will never play football again, bro.
We'll get to that game. We'll
So
get
the
to
fact-
that game.
That you guys ever said Russ is better than Aaron is insanity.
Listen, hey, it's week 1. Let's hold up,
Even last year.
dude. You're acting like the Jets just came off of like making the playoffs. Like this is
Rodgers could have
this
done
is
this to
hold
the
on.
Titans.
This is a Steelers team who has had a positive record every year versus a Jets team that has been disappointed every year. Let's chill out. Rodgers looked
No,
good.
let's not chill out. Dude, the Russ is absolute dog shit. He couldn't make a single throw. And Rodgers
We're
was
not
going
talking
nuts.
about that game yet.
I'm not talking. I'm just talking about Russ. In
Listen,
general.
we're gonna dogpile on Russ, and you're gonna have your moment in a couple seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
Can Rodgers do this every week? I think is more so what Carson
God,
was
no.
asking. Correct? I don't think so.
And he's not.
4
He's
tutties?
not.
No, I don't think any quarterback is going to be putting up 4 tutties every game.
Josh Allen,
No,
yes,
he didn't do it last year, and he's MVP.
dude. If you want to talk about quarterbacks, we could talk about quarterbacks, but I suggest you don't because you're not winning this argument.
The closest
The Jets were
one to putting up these
3-1.
stats last year
The Jets
was
were
Burrow.
3-1 last year. The Jets were 3-1 last year with Rodgers to start the season, and then they went 0-5 and won 2 more games the rest of the season, and
Yeah,
had 2 less than Zach Wilson the year before that. I have no stock in any Rodgers affiliated
older
things
quarterbacks
yet.
will look better in like there is going to be a decline in these older quarterbacks. Like Flacco's not going to look good by week 10. I don't think Rodgers will either, but hey, it was a fun game.
And
That's my opinion on the game.
And I know you want a dog pile in a second here on Russ, like you said, but real quick, just to aid us a little, Jake, on our previous statement, who do you expect more to win that their respective games? Should Rodgers go in and beat a Justin Field-led Jets team that's been shit for 700 years, or should Russ go in on the Giants who've been crap for 700 years and beat a Commanders team that's young and went to the AFC Championship or NFC Championship game last year?
and beat the
Like,
favorites, the Lions.
Rodgers should
Rodgers
win
should.
that game. Jaden Daniels should win that game.
Rodgers
Yeah.
could have easily lost this game, and my opinion would not change in the slightest. They were 2 points away from losing this game.
All right, let's get into the Giants then, because clearly this is about to be a topic of discussion. So the Giants lost 6-21. I'm not going to do myself any favors here. Russell Wilson looked awful. I will say one more thing that I think will help my take, and that is this. It's really funny that Russ looks this bad playing for the Giants when he didn't look this bad at all last year in any game.
That's
And
crazy. That's crazy.
You think Russ looked this bad in any other games last year? He looked awful today or on
He
Sunday.
was terrible last year.
They were a winning team. They were better than you guys.
He was still. That doesn't mean he played well.
All right. And the guy who left here, who got booted out of town and got called a bum, Daniel Jones, donkey fucked the Dolphins. With that being said, go ahead and have this. Take your moment, Aiden.
Russell Wilson's have a job.
I agree.
If Daboll was smart, what I think he'd do is start Winston next week. That way he can keep Dart in his back pocket and be like, guys, even if we lose next week, we still have Dart. We still have another quarterback to try. But I mean, it was like watching a baby play. I don't know. It was terrible. I think he had one
bad.
good pass. I think he had a good moonball pass that landed.
Yeah, he did.
Other than that, dude, it was horrendous.
Agreed. No one's going to argue that Russ didn't look good.
Yeah, and I mean,
And
we
honestly,
were saying that I'd
Sorry,
rather
go
have
ahead.
Jameis in. We were saying we'd rather have Jameis in. All three of us agreed that. Like, I'd rather see Jameis out there.
Yeah.
I think that they have a better chance of winning with him starting, personally.
To be fair, I'd rather see Jameis than most quarterbacks.
Yeah, agreed. He is fun. Another thing I will say, I did think this game was going to be close, and it wasn't. But at the same time, we're looking at box scores, and the Commanders only putting up 21 is a little concerning. Again, week one, let's pump the brakes. McCroskey Merritt, I thought looked good for this guy being a 6th round pick and coming in and basically winning the starting job. I like that kid. Deebo Samuel, I thought, had a good game. Scary Terry kind of got shut down, but yeah, it was a fine game. If I'm a Commanders fan, you won, so good, but you definitely played a way inferior team with a way worse quarterback than you guys.
Yeah, it was definitely a slow game. I mean, all the scores were spread. It was nothing too exciting to watch. Jane Daniels played well. What I really wanted was Tyrone Tracy to play well. I was expecting bigger things from him. And they shut him down pretty heavily.
Agreed. That running back situation in New York is going to be interesting. Do you guys agree? Or
Yeah. Did Cam Scatterboot get to rush?
he had 2
Not
rushing,
very
and he ended
for -1 yards.
3 yards.
Oh, shit.
Or -3. Yeah. Not good for... The landscape is not great for white running backs in the NFL.
And they still have Singletary in there, which just feels weird. Like, I'd rather go with the 2 young kids.
For sure.
For a team that probably won't win too many games this year.
Poor Singletary
looking at
as well.
this team, though, the offensive line is not great. But I want to see Dart play here, bro. I want to see what he can do.
We'll get that later.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
No.
Let's move on to what we alluded to earlier. The Dolphins got just manhandled, 33-8 on Jim Irsay Day by the Colts. Danny Dimes, I think we can all agree, had a great game. Tua looked still concussed somehow. He was missing balls. He looked like a rookie.
He actually played worse than Russell Wilson. Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, you know who played better than
he
him?
played
Zach Wilson.
horrendous.
Yeah. I think their head coach is a bonehead. I think Tyreek Hill again will be gone by the end of the year. I don't think he is gonna finish as a Dolphin by the end of the year. Their running backs, A-Chain, not thrilled and could care less, to be honest with you. The Miami Dolphins just need a hard reset, and the Colts look good against a really, in my opinion, a really bad Miami Dolphins team. Not only I think roster wise, I think head coaching wise. I think he will be fired by week 9.
They need a complete rebuild.
Yeah,
I think their team is ass. They dump too much money into specific things, like wide receiver. Like, you can't say that, obviously, the Tyreek Hill signing is a bad signing or anything. It was a good signing, but it's they're such a weird team because they have, like, you look at them on paper, especially their offense, and you're like, this team should be burning. Like that game they had against the
yeah,
Broncos a couple of years ago when they put up 70 on them. Like that should be happening all the time with that roster, that offensive roster. Devon A-Chain, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, 3 of the top 20 fastest players in the league, all on the same team. It's just weird to me. I don't know. You guys know that I've been extremely down on the Dolphins heading into this year. I don't like them. I don't think that they.
I have too, Carson.
Yeah, I don't think that they're a good team. I don't think any of us think they're a great team, and I think it's going downhill for them, big time. And I hate to say it because I like Tua. Tua's a nice guy, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all.
Yeah, it's so weird though, eh? Like, isn't Tua such a weird situation where it's like 2 years ago, Tua was being talked, maybe not in the same vein,
MVP.
but I think a lot of people would 2 years ago would be like he's on the level of a Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts,
Yeah, he was in the
above
MVP
average
race,
quarterback.
the first year that they got Hill.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean,
and
it's really weird.
yeah, and their head coach leaves a lot to desire. I think he's lost the locker room. I think he lost it last year.
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like the style of head coaching. I'm much more on the Dan Campbell side of things, and he's polar opposite. Polar opposite. All right, guys.
And think about him
like
too. He was one of those head coaches who was talked about as being one of the best in the league. I think the Dolphins' offense got figured out and they got exposed quickly. And this was one of those games where the Colts looked really good with a new quarterback in town. So
yeah, I mean,
kind of happy for Daniel Jones too.
I am too. I'm not happy it's in the division, obviously, but I am. I don't know. I never really was down on Daniel Jones. I thought the Giants were always shit. The fact that they even made the playoffs at all with the time that he was there is impressive. Yeah, they had Saquon, but still impressive. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Daniel Jones. That whole team looked good. There wasn't a piece on their team that looked shaky. JT had a good game. Some of their backups had a good game.
That new tight end they got there looked
Pittman
good.
Had a good game. The tight end looked good. Yeah, it's just It's just pretty. It's pretty impressive. I wouldn't have expected the Colts to have come out this hot. I don't know where I had them in terms of the division rankings that we did a couple months ago, um, but I'm definitely impressed. That's for sure.
Agreed. Um, Panthers, Jags. I think we can be pretty quick on this one. Travis Hunter is clearly a wide receiver and not a corner. I think the Jags looked fine. I think the Panthers reverted back to the Panthers of the start of the year last year. Chuba didn't have an amazing game. He didn't look terrible. The McMillan kid was fine. I think Bryce Young was going through his progressions a little bit too fastly, and I just think he didn't look good, to be honest with you. I think this was more of the Jags are just clearly better than the Panthers, and the Panthers have a long way to go.
Yeah.
And
How do you feel
ETN
on
is
that
clearly
in
the
the
number.
long run? The Panthers,
What?
because they're heading into the same year as him and Stroud were drafted back to back, Bryce and Stroud. So how do you feel?
I
feel like Stroud has a long runway for his career taking off, and Bryce,
Yeah,
I would
I
say it's
think the
pretty short now.
I think the Panthers are a way worse team than Houston. I don't think it helps that. I also don't think it helps that Bryce Young, like, they gave up 2 first-round picks for Bryce, a 5'9" quarterback from Alabama who was like throwing to studs and now is throwing to a couple young guys without their team is just blah. Like, it's if they can string together a couple wins, I think Bryce Young has a job next year, but I think the time clock is ticking for him where if they have another 5 and whatever, like if they have a 5-win season, I think maybe you start looking at axing Bryce Young. And I don't know. I'd be interested to see what the first quarterback that pops to mind is. What's his name? Rotting in Atlanta there. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk.
Yeah. Yeah. This game never. It only popped on my TV because of Red Zone.
Oh yeah, and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Do you guys think Young has this year and that's it, or do you guys think they'll give him another shot? Let's say let's say he does the same thing he did last year, where he started shit and then he ends decently well.
Me and Jake were basically just talking about that, and I don't know. Like I said that Stroud and him got drafted back to back. Personally, as a Texans fan, I'd want to give Stroud more time than his first 3 years, and I think that Bryce is in way worse of a situation, like we were saying. So I'm not closing it on him yet, but they have to build better. They have to build better. Like, I wouldn't worry about wide receivers and stuff right now. I would worry about getting a solid line, like one that's going to be top 3 in the NFL. Chuba Hubbard's fine. The guy that they just got, Rico Dowdle, is good.
Tetron McMillan.
You know? Yeah, like, just make signings like that are cheap, but they're good players, and make sure and invest in your offensive line. Like, you're not going to be able to win with a shit offensive line. The Saints and Drew Brees, they always had a good offensive line while he was there.
Yeah.
What I want to say to that is, do not, like, I get you have to give a quarterback time, obviously. But I feel like you should see flashes of hope, dude, of real hope. And, like, when Bryce Young finished off the season last year and everyone was like, oh, he might have a shot, I feel like we were watching him be an average quarterback. We're like, he went from being not good to being average. And we're like, oh, he might have a shot to turn this around. And I think if you're going to give a guy a 4th year, I feel like you need a real flash of this guy could be something better than like absolute middle of the pack.
Can Brock
I
Purdy win a
will
Super
say
Bowl?
though, I think he could.
Yeah, but I think Brock Purdy isn't a
Could
bad
Geno
quarterback.
Smith? Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, can
No.
Bryce get to a mid-level quarterback behind a decent line?
But, actually, no. That's a good point. Like if I told you right now that Bryce Young is going to end up like Geno Smith, are you happy with that though? With your franchise, are you like, I like okay? Let's let this
If
guy.
my team
do
is
his
like the
thing.
Vikings, like if you said like put Bryce on the Vikings last year, I'm sure they can get 10 wins. I'm sure they could get 10 wins. Maybe drop 4.
Okay.
Darnold had a
Okay.
great year.
Yeah, I think the other thing too we're not looking at is okay, who's gonna be. Do the Panthers think? Let's say they have a top 10 pick. Do they think they can get a quarterback there that's gonna be better than Bryce Young? We'll see how college goes this year. I don't know if there's a guy there that's like, holy shit, we need to go get this guy. Arch clearly needs another year, and so
Yeah.
that's not this year.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is who is gonna be leaving. If that team, that Panthers team, went and got a Justin Fields to be like, hey, we're gonna have a quarterback battle, we're gonna see who wins it. This is what's gonna happen. I would feel a lot better as a Panthers fan, but they didn't do that. So who? Maybe you make a trade, a 7th round pick for a Shador Sanders. That solves a lot of problems in Cleveland. And you can go have a young quarterback battle. But again, it's all about your options. Like if you're telling me Bryce Young is still the future in Carolina, I don't think that that's a bad decision, even if they don't have a great year. But you do need a step forward, in my opinion, from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
I like that answer from both of you.
Let's go to another game that I don't think was on many people's TVs. The Cardinals Saints. I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. You guys take this away because I didn't watch a lick of this game.
Yeah, this was definitely my least watched game. And by that, I mean, I think I had it on for a solid 1 minute.
Yeah. I can't believe they're marching out Spencer Rattler. And
Bro.
and if you look at his stats, where is it? I want to see how many.
He threw
46
times.
pass attempts.
46 times when you have Alvin Kamara there, man. At least try and look like you're trying to win the game.
Yeah.
And he
I
averaged,
think Alvin Kamara's
averaged
the only
4
thing
yards a pass.
That's sad. Bro.
Oh,
I think Alvin Kamara is the only thing still good in New Orleans. I think
Hey,
Alvin
whoa,
Kamara
whoa,
still
whoa,
got
whoa.
it.
Chris Olave.
yeah.
Chris
Chris
Olave
Olave
should
is a
retire and
dog
take his
on
money.
any other team.
I agree.
Whoa.
But he should retire and walk like Tua should have. Dude
Okay.
has been concussed way too many times.
Okay.
Did you see the
Oh.
suicide ball Spencer Rattler was throwing? You can't be doing that to my boy Chris. Jake?
Guys,
That's all he knows how to throw.
I have a proposition for you here. First off, I think Chris Olave has always had bad quarterbacks who throw him suicide balls. I think that's always been a thing. Is he injury prone? Yes. What would you say to the Bills going and making a trade
Genius.
for this guy? Or even I dare to throw it out here. I think this would be a good decision for the Chiefs to go get this guy.
I knew you were going to say that. Damn.
I know, but
I think Chris Olave is a stud. He was amazing
think
in
so,
Ohio.
too.
He's doing well here when he's not lying on the floor. I think he's just in the worst situation he could possibly be in, and it does not seem to be getting better.
If Devontae Adams thought he was gonna die in playing for the Raiders, I think Chris Olave should be saying the same thing.
Yeah. I think Chris Olave on the Bills would be electric. That'd be
The,
insane.
the other team I don't hate him going to either is like a Chargers, because I don't know if Quentin Johnson is going to be able to catch.
He's not going to be like that.
Like he could
He's
catch
not gonna
this
be
week,
like
but he could catch this week, but I don't know.
You know what?
And then
I
another
dropped
team.
him. Dropped him in fantasy.
Who?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
God.
QJ.
So did my stepdad. This is completely different topic, but we were listening to a radio show, and this guy calls in. He goes, "Yeah, I got Quentin Johnson starting in my flex right now." And the guy that's hosting it goes, "Stop! If you have Quentin Johnson on your team, what are you doing in fantasy?" Ate his words after that game, brother.
Yeah, I was
No
gonna say
kidding.
let's hold off on the slander here. He looked better than CeeDee Lamb.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like to go out there and say that on a radio show, be like, "You have to drop this guy. He's terrible," and then he goes out and has his best career game.
No, listen though, that's not a terrible. Like by that guy's take, I don't exactly blame him. I probably would have said the same thing at the start of the year. Does anyone have? Let's not even pretend like we watched this game here.
I do have
and
one more point. Do you guys think Kyler Murray has peaked?
he
I think
in
he's
my
on the
opinion,
downcline.
yeah, he in my opinion, I think he has a shorter leash than Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud, maybe Bryce Young. I don't think so, but I think he's reached his. Okay, we know what this guy is.
All right.
He beat
Yeah,
the
let's,
worst team in the league by a touchdown. So
Yeah.
I have no faith.
The Raiders versus Patriots. Raiders looked a lot better than I thought, but Genti did not look better than I thought. 19 rushes for 38 yards. He averaged two.
Oh.
Like Genti had a rough day, and then Bowers looked good, but he got hurt at the end of the game.
That's so many fantasy players.
I think the nice part about the Raiders is it finally feels like they have a serious head coach and a quarterback who doesn't look like a weird freaky doll or some idiot. Like Geno Smith, I think, is a very capable quarterback and is one of the best quarterbacks the Raiders have had in years.
Yeah.
He had 362 yards. I think he was third this week, week one in passing yards. So, I mean, it's pretty impressive.
I think
He
Geno
is
is
good.
a
He
middle
is
of the
good.
road
He's
good
underrated.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you will not be completely. Yeah, you're gonna be more than okay with Geno Smith at the helm of your team. Like he's a good quarterback in my opinion. I don't have too much else to say. I think the Patriots.
Dude.
It's gonna take a couple years, man. And
Did Diggs
by
even
the
play?
yeah, he played. He didn't look good though.
No.
6 receptions for 57 yards. That sounds better on paper than what it actually was. Yeah, Diggs the downcline, eh? Like
Yeah. I thought I thought May would have someone to throw to with him being there.
no, it was their rookie who was the real stud on what's
Boats,
his
I
name
think.
there?
Boats or boats, something like that.
I thought it was this Travion Henderson kid. No, that's their running back.
That's the
Sorry.
back.
Yeah, the Bout kid looked good. Again, this is one of those games where I flip to every once in a while, just because, as a Bills fan, I do have to stay. I still have to make sure that they're dead. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
still have to flip back and make sure that Gronk didn't all of a sudden decide to strap it on for one more year, and Tom Brady's flinging it back there.
Yeah, I do think the Pats can be better. They're missing a couple pieces on defense, some big pieces, but I don't know. I still think they can be an 8-win team.
I think so too. And they're in the right division to do it, man.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
tied for second.
Miami's gonna get the first round pick, dude. They're gonna be worse than the Saints.
It's week
Like-
1, boys.
I know, but like Tyreek Hill's, he's leaving, right?
I think so.
He has to.
Let's rapid fire here these last couple games just because I feel like we've been going for a decent bit. We got the 49ers at Seahawks. What a stinky game that I thought the Seahawks would win.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold didn't look great. They still need to decide whether it's Charbonnet or Walker. Please pick.
Please pick for the love of my fantasy. Please pick.
And Jigba looked good.
For real.
Cooper Kupp was
Yep.
a non-factor.
Yep.
49ers, Christian McCaffrey did not have a great game. We also don't know if he's hurt.
But his legs worked. He did look like his legs worked.
Ricky Pearsall didn't get shot, so that's always a win. George
big
Kittle
game.
had a monster game before he got hurt.
Brady hurt too.
And I think
JSN
the real
had a
story out of
great
all
game.
of this, yes, 100%. I think the real story out of all this is the 49ers waived Jake Moody, their kicker, who I believe they spent a 3rd-round pick on, or 4th-round pick, a high pick for a kicker who career-wise is a bad kicker.
Do you have the number in front of you?
Don't
say if you do, because I have the number in front of me.
I don't. I
You
think
guys wanna
he's.
Guess what he kicked last year out of
So
23 attempts.
I think it was like 13 or 14.
Carson?
I'm gonna go 11.
12. He made 12 of 23. How is that? How?
Yeah,
You could
man.
get a woman's soccer player, and she's gonna make 12 out of 23, bro. Because obviously women are good at sports.
You better fucking leave women's WNBA alone, you fucker.
Caitlin Clark, so I'll definitely be leaving it alone.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Angel
guy
Reese,
stinks.
Reese's
What a
Pieces.
waste.
Yeah.
Moody is gone.
I know that the 49ers won this game, but this made me feel like that whole division is just bleh.
Yeah.
I picked the Rams to win that division, but I don't
I think the Rams are going to clear this division because they like Houston's a good team. They played a good team. It was a close game. They played well. Their defense played well against Houston. I feel like these offenses just kind of sucked for what they should have done. They sucked.
agreed.
Yeah, they were not good.
It was an
not
ugly
pretty.
watch. No.
Yeah, let's move on to a real disappointing game if you're a Broncos fan. The Broncos versus Titans. Cam Ward looked good. Holy shit. They couldn't their receivers looked awful. It was actually I kind of felt bad for him. And Denver left them in this game. I think I have Denver to win their own division. They didn't look like it today, and Bo Nix looked bad in my opinion. Take it away here, boys. Harvey looked good, in my opinion.
Oh, he looked great.
Bro,
he averaged 11 yards a carry.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Bryce Young, that's how I think he should look like how Ward looked. Ward is on a shitty team. His stats look like absolute ass, and it's not his fault, bro. The amount of dropped balls that were dimes, he was fitting them into pockets, bro.
Yeah,
This
agreed.
poor kid. First NFL game. If his receivers had hands, I honestly think they could have won this game. The way they played against a Denver team that I as well have winning that division.
Yeah. Here. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, Bo Nix looked very, not good. He looked very mid. How many picks did he have? I saw one. Did he just have the one? He had 2 picks.
Yeah.
That's a yikes.
Yeah, for a Denver team that should be good. Like, look at that, man.
Oh,
That's a laser down the middle, man. He
like
looks good.
yeah,
And
what
I
a
wasn't
tight
very high
window.
on Cam Ward either.
Oh my
I was
god.
not.
Yeah, neither was I. And I honestly, this is the first
He's
time
very
I've ever been
calm in the
impressed
pocket.
by QB.
Yeah, man. He looks like he's played quarterback for this team for a while. And that's a good Denver defense too. Like, oh my
Oh,
god, how do you not catch that?
dude. Like, imagine being a Titans fan watching that.
Oh, frustrating. But at least you know. Okay, you want to know what though? At least it's not the quarterback's fault. I honestly
Yeah.
think it's better that way.
Dude, they
That
trade
was a
away
dot.
A.J. Brown for nothing.
Yeah, no. Have you looked back at that trade?
Yeah, they literally have nothing from the trade anymore.
And AJ Brown would have been big for this kid. Holy shit! I
Yeah.
mean, clearly he's not getting use in Philly the way he should be. Like lasers, yeah.
That's
This kid
actually
looked
something
good.
I wanted to shelf and talk about. I forgot to mention it when we were talking about the Eagles game right out the gate. But if I'm AJ Brown, I'm a little cheesed. I'm a little upset.
Oh, I
Like
am too.
he's
He
top
he has the
five,
potential to be a top 10.
and he has one target.
Yeah, I
He
was
has
gonna
one
say
target.
he has the potential.
Eesh.
He has the potential to be like he should be talked about in the same vein as Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, those guys, and I think he still is. But man, the Eagles just love to run the ball and not throw to their best guy, and
Yeah.
it drives me up the walls
I
because I
mean,
know
Yeah, so
he's a good player.
so I understand why he's. I wouldn't be able to contain it either. I would be a little frustrated.
I was gonna say we've seen him like lash out that he's not getting the ball enough. But I'm surprised that we haven't seen anything after a game like that. Him say anything. Uh, Obviously he's probably just matured, but it does suck because I mean if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And one catch for 8 yards hurts when you're a top 5 guy.
And if you're a Super Bowl team, like the Eagles are projected to win the Super Bowl again this year, whether they do or not is one thing. They will be in the playoffs, and they will at least win one playoff game. Would be my guess. Um, and the story is not about their best wide receiver. It's not even about either wide receiver. It's about the tush push and the running back there, which they just added. They added Tank Bigsby. They just got
Yeah.
Tank Bigsby. Like, so talk about before they couldn't spread the ball to him. What are they going to do now with another body in there? And I don't know how they keep getting away with it.
And sorry, just to top it off is like how we complimented Dallas's defense earlier, shutting them down and stuff. They shut down the run pretty well, and to not open up the passing game, like it was weird. Like yeah, it was week 1 jitters maybe, but it was just a strange performance to see. Like
You
it's
got
not
to
like he was
dial him up, man.
it's
You
not like he
have
was
to dial
targeted
him up.
6 times and made one catch. Like it was one target, one catch, 8 yards. Like it's just strange.
It didn't even. He was running cardio out there at that point. They shouldn't have even ran him out there.
Yeah,
Seriously.
it would do. It was Cooper Cup last year.
Yeah, where he was just running routes just to run routes.
Yeah, didn't he he had a game with no catches, and I think he ran like
He had a game with
2.5K or
with
something.
with one target or something like that.
Yeah, bro, that's
I
crazy.
think that was in fantasy playoffs too,
Yeah.
and I had him.
Oh, that's brutal.
We got what? One more game, and that's the Vikings at Bears, and
Hell yeah.
to
Great
say
game.
that was an interesting game would kind of be an understatement. So the Bears basically manhandled them in the first half.
Yeah.
And then, like, J.J. McCarthy looked like shit. And then all of a sudden, something just clicked, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Kevin O'Connell's my my head coach,
Yeah.
so I should be good." And then just decided, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be good now."
Yeah.
Jordan Mason, I think, is clearly the number one back. Aaron Jones is getting a little bit older.
Aaron Jones did end up having a really good game after
He
in
did,
the
he
second
did.
half. He did.
He
Agreed.
played good.
As a receiving back, I think he led the team in yards.
I think it's clear though that it's
He
Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson kind of got shut down.
Yeah.
He didn't have a monster night or anything like that, and I think, yeah, I mean, for a rookie quarterback, he is a rookie. This is his first start versus Caleb Williams' 18th start against a Bears team that had all the hype coming into this season. I don't know
Yeah.
if Bears fans were too high on it, but if I'm a Bears fan, man, you got a gauntlet of a schedule this year. Like, I think you're very happy with 8 wins to end the year. Have you guys looked at the Bears' schedule this year?
Yeah, I think we did this on here.
I think we did.
Can I
but
just run
while
through
you
it
pull
one more time for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull it up.
Well,
Okay,
you pull it
I
up,
got
though, I
it.
will say real. Okay, go ahead.
No. Go, Carson.
Well, I was just gonna say I am giving them some grace though, the Bears still, because if you go back to last season and let's say the Bears play the Vikings in week 14 last year. I mean, that Vikings team at that point was like 12-1. I wouldn't expect the Bears last year to have beaten that team. Obviously, they changed quarterbacks, but I don't think anybody is putting Sam Darnold, Mahomes to rattle or difference. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
pretty similar, I'm sure. So, it's still a good team. The Vikings are still
Yeah.
a really good team overall, so it's not a surprising loss, in my opinion.
Agreed. The Vikings are a great team. I honestly, the weakest point is quarterback now. And JJ
Yeah.
had a lot of missed throws. He had not great balls. Even the ones that were caught, like even in the second half, he had a couple like underthrown. Like Justin Jefferson's touchdown even was like it could have been at the numbers. He had to go down to the ground to grab it. I have to say this before we go run through this gauntlet, but Caleb Williams is not the guy. I'm not giving him a grace period, bro. I witnessed him in the fourth quarter have possibly the worst drive I've ever seen a professional quarterback have, throwing wise. He had 3 passes. One, it was a wide open DJ Moore for a touchdown. Overthrows, sends the mail past him. Like, we're talking 10 yards. Like, it wasn't like a 2-yard misstep. It was like a 10 yards over his head. Terrible throw. Then he tries to throw to, I believe it was Komet or Loveland. It was one of the tight ends. Overthrows him by 5 feet. This
That was one of the worst throws I think I've ever seen in my life.
Dude. And then he tries to check it, like a check down to Swift, and overthrows him by 3 or 4 feet. These guys are wide open too. It's not like he's trying to squeeze into tight coverage. These guys are open, middle of the field, check down, deep ball. 3 of the worst passes on a singular drive I have ever seen watching football. If I'm a Bears fan, I am shedding tears that we wasted our first round pick on this man.
Okay, so can I say one more thing before we go through their schedule?
Yeah.
Please.
I'm kind of tapped into Bears, like, Twitter and Bears shit like that. Before this game, a article came out about how bad Caleb Williams is and how they think he's dyslexic and how he's, like, they basically called him an idiot and gay is what this article, like, I'm not even joking. This article, if you sum it up, is Caleb Williams is gay and an idiot. Do with that what you will. Let's go through the gauntlet. The Vikings, they lost. At Detroit, against Cowboys, at Raiders. Not terrible to start, but definitely with a loss to the Vikings, and the Cowboys and Raiders both looking decent, this might be hard. Then they go to a bye, and then they have at Commanders versus Saints, at Ravens, at Bengals versus Giants, at Vikings versus Steelers, at Eagles, at Packers versus Browns versus Packers, at 49ers versus the Lions to end the year. Every big game that the Bears have that's out of division is at the other team's home territory.
That's wild.
Like
That's
at
bad.
Ravens, at Bengals, at Eagles is disgusting, man. And then at 49ers, who I think
They're
49ers
going like
are
1
still
and
a
8.
better team than the Bears.
They're going like 1 and 8 in that stretch. I
That's
think, honestly.
so funny. Watching that game, I was thinking, watching that game, they were missing Jalen Johnson. They're missing, I think, 2 other pieces on defense. And their defense, I think, held pretty strong for most of that game. Like, the amount they were on that field, like, they did what they could. Like, that was a pretty good defense by the Bears. They had a good up front, especially in the first half. They were getting after the quarterback. Swift looked decent. I mean, we all know DJ Moore's a good receiver. Roma Duzier is a good receiver.
He looks
a good tight end.
Do we think? Well, I might say something a little bit blasphemous here, but where they got Roma Dunze, which is an early first-round pick, do we think he's worth what they got?
I do think he'll be a number 1. I think he'll be a number 1.
DJ Moore checked out at the end of that game because he wasn't getting the ball, and Roma Dunze didn't look fantastic in my opinion. The only player on the Bears who I say had an overall fantastic game, start to finish, would be Swift, which that's about as good of a game as you're going to get from Swift, in my opinion.
I think it's funny how they've put together this team for Caleb Williams, and I really do think it's a good team. Like, and if you just plucked out Caleb Williams and you drop Justin Fields back onto this team, I think this is a 10-win team.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
And it's
I disagree.
It's disappointing to see that.
You think? This might change your mind here, Carson. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh, yeah, I have seen it.
Oh my
If my
God!
quarterback did that, I would start crying. Because
it's really bad.
Who makes that throw? You know who makes that throw? Zach Wilson.
9.
Desmond Ridder. Spencer Rattler.
Whoa!
CJ Stroud makes that throw. CJ Stroud makes that throw. CJ Stroud makes that throw, dude. And this is a quarterback who's played 18 games.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, it's crazy to me that they have now. I really do think they've put together a team that's worth competing in the playoffs, and they have substituted the quarterback for the wrong guy.
You know who else makes that throw? Any 3 of us. If I have a clean pocket, I'm hitting DJ Moore.
I'm watching that game with Ryan, and I said to him, I was like, his throw looks like my attempt at that throw.
Yeah, he in the second quarter he didn't look comfortable in the pocket. So whatever this, we're gonna waterboard Caleb Williams with this offense, and he's gonna all of a sudden just magically figure it out, I don't think is the solution. I mean, after looking at that schedule, though, like, I think we can all seriously say, like, like, I know we said overreactions are tonight, and that's all that week 1 can be, but I don't think it's an overreaction to say the Bears might not win 7 games.
If
I'm not as down on the Bears as you guys.
Anything close to how he played.
I'm pretty down on the Bears. And I was at the start of the year, too. But I don't even think they have the. I don't even know if they have the right head coach in the building. I'm gonna say that.
I want to say I think a problem with Caleb Williams as well is not to bring back the article, but if you want to understand if Ben Johnson's playbook, you got to be smart, dude. Most quarterbacks are wicked smart. You have to be smart. And if Caleb Williams is not smart, it's never going to click. It'll never click.
And I will say the one thing I will say is this was an article by anonymous sources, aka the offensive and defensive coordinators, who, that's who it was. It had to be them. That's the only other leak that it would be to save themselves. If Caleb Williams sucks and then we want a job, this is why, and we can point to this article and say that. At the same time, I think it's just the Bears. Like anything they touch turns to shit. Ryan Poles, I think their GM is garbage. Ben Johnson, we'll see. I like I said earlier, I don't think he's the head coach, but that's more of me just being a salty. Like I like the Lions, so I'm a little bit salty. But I don't think he called a great game yesterday. And I don't know, Caleb Williams had a even think about it though, like they were winning the game in the first half. By the end of the first half, you were gonna say, "Oh, the Bears are gonna win this game." They were only winning by a score. It's not like they were exactly crushing them. And one of their 7 points was a pick six.
Yeah. See,
it wasn't the offense that you went, "Oh my God, they were amazing."
I thought Ben Johnson did call a decent game. Like I thought they had good passing plays. I thought they ran the ball when they should have. And then Caleb Williams just didn't execute half of them. Like, I mean, dude, if you hit DJ Moore over the top like that, you're sealing the game. Like,
I think you guys are being pretty, like, I don't know, harsh. He's played 18 games. I don't look at that as,
bro.
Yeah, I don't look at that as, he's played 18 games. He shouldn't be missing throws. Like he's basically still a rookie, and the guy was 6 for 6 on his opening drive. He was 6 for 6 on his opening drive. He scored a touchdown with over 2 minutes left to bring it within one score. Like they weren't out of that game or anything at the end.
And I agree with you. And I
don't know. I'm not like super down on him yet.
Carson, did you watch this game though, Carson?
Yeah, oh yeah, he didn't play great. He did not play great. Like I'm not going to sit here and say that he played a great game. I'm just going to say
this might be this guy's supposed to be the guy too though. That's the thing. Go ahead, Aiden, but like he came into the league as you're the guy. Yeah. And so far he doesn't look the best in his draft class.
And I really do think a lot of he's athletic. The guy's athletic. He did that at USC. He ran all over the place. He threw the ball. It looked effortless. And I think now that the lights are shining the brightest they've ever been, I don't know if it's not that he's dumb. The guy's not dumb, but I don't know if he's smart enough to play the position, or if the pressure just eats him alive. Because holy shit, did he crumble in that second half, dude?
It's the pressure's eating him alive. If I'm a fan in college, he doesn't have to care that much about his play calls. The play calls in college are obviously not even as in depth as the ones in the NFL. And then on top of that, half of his stats come from broken plays where he's running around the pocket for 40 seconds. So going into the NFL, he already doesn't have a lot of practice with a good playbook. And then he gets there in year one. It's a shit playbook. They already got rid of the offensive coordinator because of it. They bring in a good one who's going to take it seriously around him. And it's his first game, and he goes 6 for 6 on the opening drive, and he gets it within one score with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And he makes some horrible throws throughout that game. But it's his 18th start, and everybody's like,
Carson.
I don't know.
Carson,
it's
I wouldn't call him making it. I wouldn't call him making he didn't. It's not like the Bears came back The Vikings came back.
Yeah. I don't know. Watching him throw the ball was horrendous, and I really do. I think I think so many other quarterbacks, when you watch them play, whether they're good or not, if they're, I feel like a lot of them are distinguished by the tight ball. Like you only
Yeah.
have a certain elite quarterbacks that throw that perfect ball into a pocket. This guy was
All right.
We're talking wide open targets. It wasn't one time. It was half a dozen
All right.
times in 12 minutes.
Let's call it here
And you can't do
for
that.
this
No, in any game
on
ever.
week
You
one.
just can't at this level.
I don't think we're gonna come
And
to
I
a
don't know
great
if he's not
conclusion on
smart
whether or
if
not
it's the
Caleb
lights,
Williams.
but
We'll see next week.
he
No,
does
and I'm
not
not a
Um,
Caleb guy. Like I don't
I
care
wanna-
what happens, but
I do. We're gonna get this. I'm promising we're getting this episode out before Thursday Night Football. Maybe it might come out at the exact same time,
We
but
got
I want to
16
try and get
days.
it out before then. So I want to get your guys' opinion on the Commanders versus Packers, and then I have a fun little game for you guys right after that'll take 10 seconds, and then we'll call it an episode there. So we got the Commanders at Lambeau for Thursday Night Football. I'm gonna say all three of us should give our picks, and then maybe a touchdown scorer as well.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna go
go.
with Green Bay here.
Okay, I'm gonna go Commanders. I think.
Already, Aiden.
Probably Green Bay
Sorry,
3
the
or something
score
like
is
that.
awful for this. Yeah, I would assume 3.5 here. Let me pull it up
I'm
on
gonna
Bet365.
What's the spread? Oh.
It's just tough when it's a home game, eh? Like,
All right. I'll probably, if it's 3.5.
who do
I'll
you guys
take, I'll
like
take Green
as
Bay
far as
by
touchdown
3.5.
wise?
I think they win by 6. I'll
The
take Green Bay
spread
by
is
3.5.
3.5. Yep, for the Packers.
Yep.
Give me.
Touchdown wise,
Give me.
ooh,
Give me Jaden Reed.
Ooh,
I'm going to take.
give me Debo
Go
Samuel.
ahead.
Ooh,
You bitch.
there you go. And then my quick little game we have is I say we
All right.
all
Give me. No, what? Give me
Fantasy-
Matthew Golden.
instead of dudes draft this week, we will do a fantasy draft of the week. We each get to draft a quarterback, one wide receiver, and one running back. Just as a fun little game. Does that sound good?
Sounds sweet.
Welcome to the fantasy draft of the week. Carson, I will give you the one pick.
I'm done.
Aiden, you can have the 2, and I will take the 3. We each get a quarterback, a running back, and one wide receiver for most fantasy points. And I'm going to write these down. That way we can see who won next week.
All right.
Give me Saquon
Saquon.
versus the Chiefs.
Aiden, you are up.
They got to prove it to him.
All right.
Wow.
I
Alrighty, give me
don't mind that. I'm gonna take.
Amon-Ra St. Brown in
Give
a
me Christian
revenge
McCaffrey.
game against his former coach.
Yeah.
And then quarterback wise, I will go with. Sorry, I'm trying to look up matchups here. Give me my boy Josh. We're playing the Jets. If Aaron Rodgers can put up points against them, I think Allen can too. Nice.
Okay, I'll go quarterback. I'll go Baker.
I was tossing
All
it
right,
between
and
the
then
two in my
receiver,
head there.
I'll take Jamar Chase.
It's versus my team, unfortunately, but yeah, it's a tough defense. I think he's going to play good against a tough defense.
Whoa! Carson has his
Yeah,
wide
I was going to
receiver
say,
pick.
I feel like I have the wrap.
Against your team, eh?
Yeah, I'll take Justin Hurt. No.
All right. And then for my quarterback, I will take Justin Herbert.
This is tough. I'm just looking at the matchups as well.
At wide receiver.
Oh, should I go deep in the bag or should I? You know what? Just give me BTJ with a bounce back against the Bengals'
BTJ.
great defensive corners.
And that still leaves you Herbert. Okay, and I will go with Derrick Henry will have a way better week because he fumbled last
That's probably a
week.
good pick.
Aiden, where can everyone find us?
Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify.
Marvin Harrison Jr.